My name is Sasaki Mamoru. I'm 31 years old and work at the publishing company run by my father. It's not a big company, but it publishes a variety of books, including cookery idea books, money-saving books, and bento books, which are popular with housewives. I work day and night as the editor in charge of cookery books, but... oh no, not again. What's the matter, Sasaki-san? Sales of Takamura-sensei's cookery books haven't been going well. The ideas are good, but sales are always so-so. There was also a blow that a popular cooking YouTuber's book was released by a major publisher at the same time. The other one seems to have faded into the background because of the flashy advertising on the other side. It's frustrating that Takamura-sensei's recipes are really delicious, but they can't be promoted. Why don't we ask Takamura-sensei to work harder on YouTube and social networking services? If she gets a lot of fans, she'll sell more, right? Well, I think it's a bit strange to think that it's not selling because the sensei's name isn't well known. Takamura-sensei is a cooking researcher who's been running a cooking blog for many years. However, when I first found out about Takamura-sensei's blog, she was just a housewife who was running a blog as a hobby. But the ideas for the dishes were interesting, and the taste was wonderful. I felt that there was potential in her cooking, so we published 3 books so far, but we haven't had any good results. Hello, I'm Sasaki from the publishing company Sumikawa. Is Takamura-sensei at home?
Oh, I'm sorry, my mother's out at the moment.
It's her daughter, Ryoko-san. I see.
She's finally buying a smartphone. She said she should use social media to advertise her books.
It's not her fault that the books aren't selling well. It's my fault.
Oh, no. My mother isn't worried about her books not selling. She just wants to try it. My mother has been very lively since she started publishing the books with Sasaki-san. She's always excited about what she's going to create next, so please continue to support her.
She's being considerate, but I already know that Takamura-sensei is down. Yes, I'd like to discuss the date and time of our next meeting, so I'll be in touch again.
I'll let my mother know how to contact you.
Thank you. Ryoko-san was also working from home, right? I'm sorry.
No problem.
Takamura-sensei is finally making her smartphone debut, but I can't rely on Sensei. Next time, I'm gonna make a big hit with Takamura-sensei's book. The number of books being published every day is huge, and if you include ebooks, it's impossible for an individual to keep track of them all. It's not that books that don't sell are bad, there are just too many of them, and even good books get buried. So it's not an exaggeration to say that the sales of a book depend on its advertising power. However, for a small publisher like us, the advertising power we could put into a single book is honestly quite limited. I finally made it home. It's so late, so I'll just have some soy milk and go to bed. Wait. That reminds me, I finished all of it yesterday! I was thinking of going home early today and dropping by the tofu shop, but I forgot! The soy milk I drink before going to bed is effective in preventing hair loss. Ever since I heard that, drinking soy milk before bed has become a daily routine for me. Luckily, there's an old-fashioned tofu shop in front of the apartment building where I live, and the soy milk there is delicious. It is said that the ingredients contained in soy milk also have the effect of improving the quality of sleep, and I think it has helped me sleep better. Soy milk has been an irreplaceable part of my life. Good morning. Soy milk, please. Oh, thank you as always, Sasaki-san. Aren't you looking a little pale? I ran out of soy milk at home, so I couldn't drink any before going to sleep last night. I was so shocked that I thought I was going to go bald. It was hard to fall asleep. Hey, pull yourself together. Humans can live without drinking soy milk.
Hey, Dad. The tofu shop owner shouldn't say things like that.
What, Yumi? There are more people in the world who don't drink soy milk.
Well, that may be true, but it's not good for a person selling soy milk to say something negative like that. What if they stop coming to buy it? Stop being so soft like tofu.
It's okay, Yumi-san. I'd bet no matter what the old man says.
Thank you very much.
The manager of this tofu shop is a bit weak, but he's a good person and I like him. His daughter Yumi-san is also a kind person who's very considerate of her father. Here you go. Thank you very much. Next time I'll go and buy some before it runs out. You're going to work now, aren't you? Want to bring some there? No, I'll go home first and then go to work. Alright, good luck today.
If you like our soy milk that much, we'll deliver it regularly? It seems like you live close by.
What? Is that kind of service okay?
We have to take care of our current customers, otherwise a small tofu shop like this will go out of business. My father says that tofu shops are already out of date, but I want him to keep going, so I want to do whatever I can to help.
Is it tough running the shop?
Yes, my father is confident that he makes the best tofu in the world. But he's the kind of person who thinks that there are other delicious foods out there that even if you don't eat tofu, so there's not much advertising for this shop.
I guess everyone is having such a hard time with advertising.
I'd like to try developing products other than tofu and soy milk, like healthy tofu sweets. I don't know how to make them at all, though.
Healthy tofu sweets? Hearing Yumi-san, the tofu shop's daughter, talk about them, I had a hunch that something interesting might be possible. I had a meeting with a cooking researcher, Takamura-sensei, that day, so I suggested it to her and...
Sweets made with tofu are healthy and very popular. The donuts made with soy milk and okara are low in calories but very delicious. You can also buy cookies made with okara in shops. Then there's also tofu pudding and tofu ice cream.
What? You can make ice cream from tofu?
Yes, you freeze the tofu to make it.
Wow, tofu is amazing!
That's right, tofu is amazing. It has a wide range of uses and is very good for your health. If you like, why don't we have a tofu shop that Sasaki-san loves and have them eat tofu sweets that I make? I think that would really show the potential of tofu.
I'll talk to the tofu shop owner and his daughter. And a few days later, I called the tofu shop owner, his daughter Yumi-san, Takamura-sensei, and her daughter Ryoko-san to a tofu sweets tasting event in a room at the publishing company. This is Takamura-sensei, the cooking researcher. This time, she kindly gave me the recipe for the tofu sweets.
Wow, this all uses tofu?
Yes. Sasaki-san bought tofu from Mamata-san's shop, and we used that.
Our tofu.
Can we try some?
Go ahead.
What is this? Are you sure you're using tofu? It doesn't taste like tofu, but...
It's delicious! Dad, if we serve this in the shop, it'll definitely be a hit!
Well, just because we have delicious tofu sweets, it doesn't mean that the number of customers who come to buy them will increase.
I'll advise it too.
Takamura-san, is it okay if we use this recipe in our shop? We'll pay you a fee, and we'll also publish that you came up with the recipe in our shop.
Of course. I've made the same recipe using tofu I bought at the supermarket before, but I was surprised at how different it tasted when I made it with Mamata-san's tofu. This recipe really comes to life with Mamata-san's tofu. Let's make tofu sweets popular together. I also bought a smartphone, so I'll do a bit to promote it on social networking sites. I'll do my best too.
I'll talk to the people I know at the web media and try to get them to feature it in the food news. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for helping out a tofu shop like ours. And at the tofu shop, the owner's wife and his daughter Yumi-san worked together to make the tofu sweets using Takamura-san's recipe. And the sweets using tofu started to be sold at the shop. Of course, Takamura-sensei and the others also advertised on social networking sites. And many customers who wanted healthy and delicious food came to buy them, and the shop prospered. Furthermore, Takamura-sensei, who devised the recipe and the cookbook she had published in the past, also became a hot topic, and they started selling slowly but steadily. Let's keep this up and publish a new book! A tofu recipe book!
Yes, I'll do my best.
And the book that Takamura-san made in collaboration with Mameta-san's Tofu Shop was inundated with pre-orders even before it was released. And as soon as it went on sale, it sold out in bookstores one after another. The sales were even better than expected, so I rushed to get a reprint. Is Takamura-sensei's book selling? Yes! It's very popular. The reviews are great too.
I'm glad to hear that.
People who bought the book also came to our store to buy tofu and soy milk. Even Okara, which used to sell very poorly. It makes me happy to think that people are using our tofu in their snacks. Sasaki-san, you're a lifesaver. Thank you. No. I was also saved by the soy milk from this store.
Saved?
Yes, I'm embarrassed to say this in front of Yumi-san, but there was a time when I was stressed out because the book I was in charge of wasn't selling well, and I almost went bald. At that time, a colleague told me that soy milk was good for preventing hair loss, but the soy milk sold in supermarkets didn't suit my taste. So I was looking for soy milk that did, and that's when I came across this soy milk. I don't get as worried about hair loss anymore. I sleep better at night, and my skin was clearer. I drink it at night, so the effect is a bit muted, but I've lost weight too. Your soy milk is the secret to my health. I was reluctant when I took over the shop from my father, but I'm glad I became a tofu maker. Tofu still has a lot of potential.
Dad.
Please also convey my thanks to Takamura-sensei for providing us with such wonderful recipes. Of course. This is from the owner to Takamura-sensei and his daughter.
How wonderful! The tofu made at Mamata-san's shop is really delicious, but I'm so busy that I can't go and buy it, so I'm very happy. It's even better than the tofu you've made, right? I wonder why. Of course, it's because Mamata-san's place knows the most about tofu. I think they're making it the best condition for making sweets.
That's right. Seems they make tofu specially for sweets.
Wow.
The owner said he was very grateful to Takamura-sensei.
Oh my, I'm the one who's grateful. If he hadn't used my recipe at the shop, I'd still be writing a cookbook that doesn't sell at all. And thank you too, Sasaki-san. Thank you for introducing me to the tofu shop.
Thank you for me too.
I'm glad I became an editor. I never thought that the future would come where my favorite tofu shop and the author I'm in charge of would both make great strides at the same time. There was an unexpected synergistic effect, so I'm more than happy and impressed. It's also given me more confidence in my work, and this event is a treasure I'll treasure for the rest of my life. What's wrong, Sasaki-san? Did you have a book that wasn't selling well? You've been on a high recently, haven't you? I got love letters from both Takamura-sensei's daughter and the tofu shop girl at the same time. What do you think I should do? You'll have to think for yourself. Right. Even though my work is going well, I still have my problems.
Have you ever tried the soy milk sold at tofu shops? It's very different from the soy milk sold in stores, and it's delicious. By the way, I'd like to try the sweets sold at the tofu shops. What do you guys think of today's story? Let me know in the comment section below. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.